It's funny that we've named our dog Bramble
It is.
after Blackberries that we love so much.
Yes, and I didn't really think about that when we named her.
No. Yeah.
Hard.
They're just tough, aren't they? Like, blackberries are lovely and sweet and juicy and really like a treat, but they come from a tough, not that well-liked thing. A bramble is not very well-liked, is it? But the fruit that comes from it
It's so
pretty
lovely.
amazing.
Yeah, and it's for everybody, isn't it? Because they grow everywhere.
And they're happy times, isn't it? Blackberries give you happy times.
They do, and they're a nice marker of a new season coming in.
It's a real sort of child. It's a thing that's kind of goes through the ages as you grow. But for children, picking blackberries and just being able to just get black fingers and grubby mouths and just eat as many as you want. Spit them out if they're not very nice. Eat all the juicy ones.
All purple.
They love it. I remember doing it with you when you were little and doing it with Lizzie and Tommy. You know, big ones and little ones.
Yeah, and they taste different. I think I remember when I was little, there was a very particular bush that had the nicest, juiciest ones. I almost thought they were something different because they were just so... But they definitely were blackberries, they weren't Loganberries or anything. They were so good. And then you get the little ones, which are really sweet and they don't have that any kind of sourness, but they're kind of sweet and small and a bit kind of harder. And I think there's probably lots and lots of different types of them, but I don't...
There's tons.
What's that?
Tons of types, yeah. So you can get them from a long season, from like right through the end of summer until...
Yeah, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And even now, they're still out and about. Some of them are over.
I saw loads today when I walked Bramble.
Did you?
Yeah. I was thinking
Bramble and the
about
brambles.
blackberries while looking at blackberries. Walking Bramble.
Blackberry inception.
Yeah, and actually, it's probably not that good to say, but all the fox and badger poo that you see at this time of year, and it's all full of blackberries. So it's not just humans that reap the reward, is it? It's for wildlife. It's a thing for everyone.
That's very true. It's lovely, and they fill up wayside places where there's not any other plants. You know, it don't have to be a beautiful garden that somebody goes and tends to all the time. They can fill up an old landfill site or an old wasteland, and it's something really nice that even if you're just walking home from school along the edge of a road and it's not that exciting, but there's a couple of blackberries to eat on the way, it makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. They're free, aren't they? There's not much in life that's free these days. And you can go out and be with nature, be free, get something for free, and it can just be, you know, in the park. It doesn't. You don't have to go anywhere fancy or anything. Yeah. They are a fruit for all people, aren't they?
They are. They're lovely.
A few years ago I was cycling past a house that had a sign outside saying houseplants for sale. So I knocked the door and the lady who was selling them was raising money for an operation, and she had propagated all of her houseplants. So I bought quite a few houseplants off her because I love houseplants and I'm an avid houseplant collector. And on my way out she gave me this really sad looking angel winged begonia. Now, it just had one sad looking leaf on, so I took it home and I gave it some love, and it has since become my favourite houseplant. The best thing about this plant, it's got a complete mind of her own, and in the winter she'll even flower with the most beautiful pink flowers that cascade down in bunches. When she gets new leaves, it is really deep red colour, and then as they grow into bigger greener leaves, they get star constellations on with white dots on the leaf. I've since propagated this houseplant for lots of my friends, so I love that I know that she's got babies all around the UK. But she's one of my biggest houseplants. I've got her in a bay window at the moment, and where there's a bit of wood between the windows, she's split into two to reach for the sun. She's a real sun worshipper, but I really love my begonia.
I really like cornflowers. I inherited some plates that were my nan's. They have a cornflower design on them, and I never really took much notice of that or even acknowledged it until I had an allotment a few years back, and I got really interested in plants and flowers, and I was looking up what plants and flowers attract bees and are really good to have growing for nature. And so I became interested in cornflowers then, and then I realised that they're actually on my nan's plates I inherited, and I just love them. They're such beautiful colours, really striking blue, and they just, when they're growing wild, they tend to be amongst other brightly coloured flowers such as poppies, and they just look fantastic. And I've noticed there's some in town now as well by the underpass that are growing there wildly, which is really nice.